Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to National Wrestling Shooters. Cody here, shooting from the hip as always, and let's have some tag team matches because that's all I really saw on the show is a fucking load of tag team matches and singles matches involving tag teams. Yeah, something tells me Taylor Long was backstage. But ladies and gentlemen, in all seriousness, welcome back to the National Wrestling Shooters, shooting from the hip as always. And on this Raw, we had a bunch of tag team matches. We had a 6-woman tag team matchup, which we'll talk about a little bit more in depth on. A 6-man tag team match involving the Shield. And then we had, or before that, we had a Raw Tag Team Championship matchup, which was pretty damn good. Real quick, I'm going to pull up the results real quick and go from there. Sick. The show opens with the limo pulling up backstage, and then it is Stephanie McMahon and Triple H giving Baron Corbin the naughty fingers, like, no, giving yourself title matches, or else Kurt Angle will be back from his vacation earlier than expected. And then a main event said it'll be the Shield versus Baron Corbin and 2 partners of his choosing. And then we get an opening promo from the Shield. They talk about how they're still standing. They go down their accomplishments. Roman does first. Seth says that they'll take care of Strowman, McIntyre, Ziggler, Super Showdown. Talk for a bit more, and then Corbin comes out. Talks about them for a little bit. But then Braun Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre come out. Sort of the theme of the night is driving that wedge into the Shield, and I kind of like how I was able to get that pretty quickly. There's usually, in some sense, some sort of theme when it comes to every week on Raw. But mostly, it's kind of up to the person's own conclusion on who watches the show. It's kind of up to their own conclusion. This one was kind of pretty clear and put out there. Drive a wedge into the Shield. That was the theme of, will Ambrose remain in the Shield, or will he see the point of Strowman, McIntyre, and Ziggler? Obviously, nothing happens, and we get to the 6-man tag match later on tonight. But first, we get our Finn Balor with Bayley versus Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. This has to do with the Mixed Match Challenge, which is a tag team match. Anyway, these 2 men go back and forth for a little bit in the match that, opening matchup of Raw, it's all right. Nothing special. Balor wins with a roll-up, and then afterwards, Jinder pushes Singh to the ground, and then does the Shanti. I wonder how long that's gonna last with Alicia Fox as his tag team partner. It's gonna be interesting. We get to the 6-woman tag team matchup, and a matchup that was, again, all right. Now I want to talk about one specific thing. Y'all know the part I'm going to talk about. There's been a debate about what happened when a certain botch happened. What had happened was Brie Bella went for the yes kicks, and then kicks Liv in the face twice. Now, people have said that it is Brie's fault. People have said it's Liv's fault. Now, I'm going to put an end to the argument once and for all. Ladies and gentlemen, after looking at multiple corners, based on a middle perspective point of view, with nothing against any competitor personally, I have concluded that it is Brie Bella's fault. What the hell are you guys talking about that it's Liv Morgan's fault? Here's why. There's a couple things. People have said that Liv Morgan was bending down and wasn't up properly. Now, she wasn't all the way up properly. This is correct. However, Brie Bella sped up her yes kicks, which, it's normal to do. But she also did something else. She lifted her leg up, which caused Liv to get hit in the face, and then she does it again. The second one that she went limb, that one was obviously Brie. That was no question about it. But it really came down to the first kick. So ultimately, it was Brie's fault. After looking at both points of view, I'm not going to go on about Brie Bella. Accidents happen in professional wrestling, and she did come on saying that she will be thinking about Liv Morgan tonight. Very classy. Accidents happen in pro wrestling. People have said, oh, get her out of here. I'm belittling Brie. People got to understand, you're in the world of professional wrestling. You're in a wrestling ring. Accidents are going to happen. Shit happens, I'm not going to make up shit that I've seen on the internet and be like, oh, Brie did that on purpose and be absolutely outraged. No. It was an accident. But I will say, Brie has ring rust. And I don't think I've seen it any more obvious on anyone before in my time of watching WWE, I've been watching for 16 years. I have not seen so much ring rust on one person. And I liked Brie better than Nikki back in the day, whatever they were in their prime. I'm kind of changing my view on that. Kind of changing my view on that slowly but surely. Obviously, not belittling. I saw Brie as the more technical wrestler back in the day, and I saw Nikki as the model, so to speak, quote unquote, if you want to put that in there, or the diva, I guess. Might as well go in and use that term. That term's been thrown around for a bit. Articles have come out about how the Divas division was bad, which I disagree in, personally. I mean, if WWE didn't have a Divas era, you know, it's hard to argue if there would have been a real women's era in pro wrestling. You know, the Divas era had a significant standpoint in the WWE at one point. Not saying I liked the Divas era. I didn't. I really didn't, but they had a role. At the end, after that botch by Brie, you know, I think you can see Brie also, like, feeling bad about it, like, checking up on, Liv, like, are you okay? Are you okay? Michael Cole was also caught saying that Liv was headed to the back, even though she was at ringside, being attended to by the, medical doctor. But Riot Squad picks up the win. Ruby Riott with a Riot kicked on Natalya. And that was it. Like I said, Brie, you know, it is hard after pregnancy to get back into the ring. And some women have ended up not getting back in the ring after pregnancy. And I will admire Brie and Maryse, on the subject of that, for getting back in the ring after they had their babies. But, you know, I really think, I don't know if she did this or not. I'm going to say she didn't, which is bad. But I think Brie should spend more time in the Performance Center practicing a little bit. That's my view. That's all. No ridiculing Brie, nothing like that. Not calling her unsafe. You know, I mean, she really does need to go to the Performance Center after that suicide dive, and then this, like, oh man. Just be careful, Brie. Okay, be safe. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt others. Please don't. Just be careful. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Afterwards, they did the whole Connor's Cure thing with two very charismatic people, Carter and Elizabeth. It was a very nice segment. Off the character, they got to do their entrance down the ring. They were presented with championships and a check for $200,000 to help for the fight for Connor's Cure, which is really, really nice. Nothing bad to say about this segment. And the fact that the crowd as well were into that, you know, giving them, like, proper respect, because I know people are like, oh, that takes away from wrestling time, but guys, like, WWE does more than just wrestling. Newsflash, okay? They've done a lot for, like, the Carter's Cure thing, for example, things like that. They've done a lot for, and they are not afraid to take TV time away to do that sort of thing and set acknowledgement that way, and that's always nice to see. Dean Ambrose is backstage. Dolph confronts him. Talks about how he almost died for the staph infection, and that everything was true. Chad Gable versus Connor. This is a one-on-one matchup that was made based on a tag team rivalry. You see the pattern here? At the end, Connor picked up the victory, and Sean Soup, I believe. I think that's his name. Correct me if I'm wrong. He went on about the whole Brie Bella thing, and, you know, I can't really blame him. And he said that was Connor's first televised win since NXT in 2013. Like, first singles win. Holy God. Oh my God. But Connor picks up the victory after, like, a set-out dominator sort of thing. Picks up the win. Afterwards, Charlie Caruso talks to Triple H about The Undertaker, and he says that Undertaker will take his soul because he sold it a long time ago. I kind of, you know, still kind of playing to the heel, but at the same time, you know, being realistic as well. As like, I sold my soul a long time ago. What are you talking about? Kind of playing into Taker's whole, like, oh, you a corporate thing. Like, well, I sold my soul a long time ago to corporate. And he said, and he closed off with whether the Undertaker sees it or not, the end is near. Something along the lines. It was, kind of nice little playoff. Nothing too long. Kind of a nice little playoff on the end is near. End of an era. Soul to Soul. I with corporate a long time ago, but I still kick ass in the ring. It was a real nice touch right there. Nothing, like I said, nothing too long. Nothing too, complex. Straight to the point, and I liked it. We then get into the Raw Tag Team Championship matchup. Another tag team match. This one has been brewing now since the Revival got cheated out of their Raw Tag Title match. The Revival against Ziggler and McIntyre in a very decent Raw Tag Team Championship matchup. Ziggler and McIntyre picked up the win and retained the tag titles. I actually kind of thought there was a couple points where I kind of thought like maybe the Revival might end up winning. Maybe. But no, alas, Ziggler and McIntyre retain the Raw Tag Team Championships and are, well, there we go. We then get into a deal where Elias is introducing Kevin Owens. It is the Kevin Owens show. Owens talks about how at Super Showdown they got this match with John Cena and Bobby Lashley, this dream tag team. And he said last week there was this little kid named Leo Rush who was like ducking and dodging and running away, and he wants to know Leo Rush more. Leo Rush comes out. Owen's like, hey, come down to the ring. And Leo Rush is like, no. I'm maybe young. I'm the 23-year-old piece of gold. I'm young, but I'm not naive, and I'm not stupid. I'm not going to go down to that ring because you guys are going to beat me up. They break out a little, short, booster seat, quote unquote. And Leo Rush kind of laughs at it. He's playing along, he's laughing it off, and then he introduces Lashley, and we get a match with Lashley versus Elias. The match ends in a DQ again, where Owens chases Leo Rush, and Owens runs into Lashley, causes a DQ. This is more of an obvious Bobby Lashley winning by DQ thing, whereas last week the results said that Elias lost by DQ when actually Elias won by disqualification. Now Bobby Lashley won by DQ since Owens ran into Bobby Lashley, colliding with them. And, Leo gets caught. Lashley saves them. Same thing as last week. A little twist. Seth Rollins tries to do a little twisty on the words and a little turning thing where he's talking to Druid saying that Ziggler's been riding your coattails for a long time. He literally carried you out of Hell in a Cell. And I like how they use that example. And Drew kind of thinks about it, and he's like, I'll talk to you later, Dolph, and then leaves. Then we get Nia Jax with Ember Moon versus Alicia Fox with Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Again, based on what could be a tag team match. The show was based on things that could have been a tag match. Nia Jax squashed Alicia Fox, nothing else, whatever. McIntyre confronts Ambrose. He's like, oh, you twisted the words and all that. And he's like, yeah, maybe I'm just losing it. It's not like you've ever been stabbed in the back before. Oh, wait a minute. You have. Yeah, I kind of like the way that they're doing that. They did this throughout the night was actually really nicely executed in my view. Told the story throughout the night. Like in a rivalry, I think, throughout the night, tell a little bit of a story. You don't have to, mention the same, overall story. That's important. But tell a little bit of a story throughout the night. Or a little bit of part of it throughout the night. And kind of formulate into this big old good thing. Baron Corbin reveals his partners to be the AOP, which is actually a pretty nice choice in my view. And we get the Shield versus Baron Corbin and AOP. 6-man tag match. Main event. Shield first time teaming up in over a year. And they pick up the win over AOP and Baron Corbin. Not a bad 6-man tag, Shield got to do their own thing, and they won. So, bullshit. Afterwards, Dean is thinking about it, but then he runs to the ring and does the Shield thing with Roman and Seth, ending the show with solidarity within the Shield. Not sure there was any question at all. But overall, the Raw, when it comes to the main storyline thing, they executed that really well. But when it comes to overall show, kind of fell flat. Like, the overall story of the show was there, and it was executed really well, but, like, in terms of, like, overall show with, like, everything else included into it, it was kind of, I would probably only pay attention. I only paid attention, really, to the, Shield stuff, you know. But also, it was really nice to see Balor and Bayley team up again. That's my whole thing. When it comes to any other notes, I don't think I have anything else to say on Raw. Next week we've got Ronda Rousey versus Ruby Riott 1-on-1 non-title. Oh, right, the Raw Tag Title match was also good. That's really good. And nice to see Connor pick up the victory. Hello, Scott. I'm about to end this. But yeah, we got Ruby Riott versus Ronda Rousey next week on Raw, on the final Raw before Super Showdown. And I realized actually that what's it called? The WWE 2K19 game comes out before that. It's gonna be hard for me not to play the game when I wake up. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I haven't work on my phone. Okay, I'll just do it that way. They're planting the seeds for Dean Ambrose's turn. Maybe they might be doing that. Like, I can see kind of the starting point begin and then kind of grow. But there's not going to be a turn until after Superstar Showdown. And I could see it leading to Ambrose, Rollins, and Crown Jewel. I mean, if you want a marquee match for the Intercontinental title, that's there. That's always an option in my view. But we'll see. We will see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And remember, we are a group of passionate wrestling fans who love the art of professional wrestling, but if we're not afraid to shoot straight for the hip. But for now, guys, I must bid you all adieu. Goodbye, and good night. Bye!